Have you ever wondered if you are the reincarnation of someone? Do you believe in past lives? Millions of people around the world believe that reincarnation is real. And today, we're going to show some signs that may indicate that you really had a past life. For you to have a past life, reincarnation is necessary. Some religions and cultures preach that reincarnation is common and is part of the cycle of life. Our goal is not to discuss religion or belief. We just present the possible signs for some that may be evidence of reincarnation. Number 1. Birthmarks. The first sign, and perhaps the most common, are birthmarks. Do you have any of these birthmarks? There is a group of people who claim that the birthmark is related to past life. For many who believe in this theory, the sign would be in the same place where your death previously occurred. That is, if you had your neck cut, for example, you would have a sign on it. If you were stabbed in the back, there would be a sign where the object would have pierced you. A case about birthmark became famous in the 1960s. An Indian boy claimed that he remembered the life of a man named Maharam. This man would have been shot in the chest with a shotgun. Later, researcher Ian Stevenson heard about the story and became interested in it. He began to research records and found out that a man named Maharam really existed and was killed in the way the boy had claimed. The location of the shot is the same as the birthmark. For those who believe in reincarnation, this would be further proof. Is it true or an incredible coincidence? Number 2. Mysterious pains. This case here is not valid if you are a hypochondriac. Hypochondria is a state in which the person firmly believes that they have some serious disease that will kill them. The hypochondriac sees signs where they do not exist and usually ignores medical opinions. This psychic state is associated with anxiety and an intense fear of dying. If you are a hypochondriac, seek professionals who can help you. Now, yes, if you feel some unexplained pain that even with medical exams was not resolved, it may be a sign of past life. These pains may be manifestations of what you went through before having a new opportunity to live. Have you ever thought that your back pains that a doctor cannot explain are not a problem tied to the physical part of your body? This theory looks a lot like that of birthmarks, where those who believe in it say that your body has the ability to inherit something related to your death in another life. Number 3. Fears and phobias. Do you have any fear or phobia? What scares you the most? Spiders, snakes, height, water. Fear is common and has been present since the beginning of humanity. It serves to protect us from the dangers that surround us. For years, our ancestors struggled to adapt to the world, and so some of their fears were passed on to us as a form of instincts. However, some phobias are totally irrational, and no matter how much you try to explain or go to a psychologist, you will not discover the reasons. As strange as it may seem, there are people who are afraid of certain numbers, birds, specific colors, plants, objects, and specific situations. For those who believe in reincarnation, if you do not have a real reason to be afraid of something, like a traumatic experience or some story you heard, the fear you feel may be related to your past life. If you have never drowned or had a traumatic experience related to water and still feel very afraid to jump in the pool, it may be that in your past life you drowned. The fear would be passed between lives. Number 4. Unexplainable passions. Just as fears would be passed, passions would follow the same flow. Do you have a very peculiar taste that is totally different from other people? Or for example, do you have a hobby that doesn't have much to do with your lifestyle, but you're still fascinated by it? It may be that in your past life you were a French artist and that's why you love French films, or that you were an architect and that's why you love models. You know that girl or that guy you're in love with? He or she may be reincarnations of some love you had previously. Therefore, inexplicably, you are attracted to the person and cannot get her out of your head. If you have a passion for a culture that has nothing to do with your parents or grandparents, it may be influenced by your past life. That desire to listen to Chinese music, learn German, get inside Australian culture, may be your soul wanting to return to a state in which it feels comfortable. For this reason also, some strange habits that you have may originate in one of these places. Or then, if you are fascinated with some specific part of history, like the Enlightenment or the American Revolution, it may be that you lived during these times. By revisiting history, you would be, in a way, revisiting your life, your customs, and the world in which you were part, and that, in a way, you miss. Have you ever thought that you could have been a very famous queen or king or even a renowned scientist? Number 5. Déjà vu. Who has never had the feeling that they predicted the future, or that in a way an event that never occurred is actually familiar? Or then, has it never happened to enter somewhere and have the feeling that you have been there, even though this is your first time at the place? Well, this is the famous déjà vu. Déjà vu is a phrase that kind of became a word due to constant use and has French origin, meaning something like "I've seen." Déjà vu is that feeling of having lived a moment in which you are living now. While doctors and psychiatrists claim that this is nothing more than a small error that happens from time to time in our brains, those who believe in reincarnation claim that it is a sign, and that they are memories inherited from other lives. Number 6. Strange memories. Do you have a very strange memory that seems like it wasn't taken from your life? Some people say that, in fact, you may be remembering a dream, or that it is a memory that you repressed due to some psychological trauma. However, there are also people who believe that these memories have a connection with your past life and, just as you reincarnated, part of your memory came along. Number 7. Dreams and nightmares. Dreams and nightmares can, in a way, be a manifestation of your past memories. Dreams of time or with historical figures could be memories that you brought from your past life. Already, some nightmares may be recreations of the moments in which you suffered before this life. In fact, nightmares in which you die may be a memory of how you died previously. Strange, isn't it? But what if it's true? Bonus sign: appearance of past life. Some people believe that in some cases the soul can reincarnate with the appearance of the person you were in the past. We will show some cases of people who are very similar, but who lived in different times. The founder of Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari, died on August 14, 1988. 2 months and 1 day later, on October 15th of the same year, the German football player Mesut Özil was born. Coincidence or a sign of past life? Others who have scary similarities are psychiatrist Hermann Rorschach and actor Brad Pitt, Pope Gregory IX and actor Sylvester Stallone, and actors Jason Segel and Lee J. Cobb. They all look very similar, don't they? And as far as is known, they are not relatives and did not live in the same period. And you, do you believe in past lives? But do you have some of the signs that we mentioned in this video? Comment below. Subscribe to our channel and see you in the next video. Thank you.